he's trying to split his truck in half, I'm going to tell you what we're doing. So we were unloading firewood, found some junk under this old overgrown apple tree, and I noticed that there was a lot of dead branches on the apple tree, and I wanted to get under there and clean it up a little bit. I found some old springs from some mattresses and a grill, part of a lawnmower that we took into scrap in the spring. So this is the spring cleaning year that has just not ended. It's one job after another. There's a dead cedar tree down here that he's trying to pull out, but it's getting caught up on some concrete. Somebody at some point had decided that this was a good spot to unload dump trucks full of concrete. So I've got chunks of this sticking up. So eventually, that's what all the piles of dirt that are over by the hayfield are going to go to. We're going to fill this all in. It's just too many loads to haul out of here. The guy down the road, if he could bring his crushing plant down here, it would be great. So I'm going to move out of the way while he's going to give this another yank. I don't know why he doesn't just saw it up. So we found this box. I didn't know what it was. There was a tag with a serial number. It says Morrison on the side. He said he thought it kind of looks like a toolbox off a truck. Well, there's a lock on it. And it's been under the tree. It wasn't anywhere near the water. It was up high off the bank. So we're going to see what we can do to try to cut this open. There's too much weight in it. No water's coming out. And I don't think the creek would raise up as high as that is. So, did we have a find? Or just a pile of junk? I'm getting ready to take in another load of scrap. So I just wanted to pull out the couple of things that I saw down there, and then I kept finding more crap. Some burnable things, old rugs, carpet pieces, but some more junk metal. See, there's the old front of that lawnmower that we took in the spring. That was a fun field trip. We found the other tires for it. I found tires off a dolly. The grill was absolutely complete. We found a steel door. So, I don't know, I can't really see anything down into there. I have to go back and take the grinder out. I don't know if you guys know this, but I don't like the grinder. I tried to use it the other day. I put it away and used the Sawzall. So, trash or treasure, guys. Either way, there's some weight there in scrap metal. So we got a cedar tree all out, and a trick to tell you that he does, he hooks up the chain around all the vines that were climbing the tree. We've got grapevines climbing up there, and it was killing the apple tree. So, hook it all together, and he got the whole thing out. Clean this up, a little more firewood. It's not about the burning BTUs, it's about cleaning up the creek. And it is a project that we have taken on since we bought our place to make it look beautiful and nice. If you've seen a video in the past of me picking elderberries, that bright pink right there, it's a purple on, pinkish purple in live. That is a elderberry bush. Now there's a lot of elderberry bushes growing around, and some of them, they only last a few years and they die off. This is one here. I cut one out behind the barn. I sure wish I hadn't later on. The birds beat me to all the elderberries. So this area down here under this walnut tree, a lot of elderberries growing right in here. And getting to them, because of all of this concrete, is trouble. See that little tunnel right there? There's little tunnels all down here. So a couple springs ago, I was down here, right down in there, and I smelled a skunk rustling around. Smelled him and heard him. So, I was having a nice evening, and let me show you why this matters so much to us. Number one, it's our land, but see, no reason for this stuff. We just pull stuff, it's old vinyl off a chair. I pulled a chair out of here last year. I don't know how I left that behind. But this area here, this is all more elderberries growing. They grow up along the creek side. A lot of times they fall in and they grow along. But let me show you the beauty. The water's down really low right now. Step down. This is our creek. And this creek meanders through the whole farm. And the way it twists and turns, it goes on and on for miles. Can you hear that over the sound of the truck? Try to not fall myself in. It's just beautiful. And then the wall of concrete. You fall in. Was it slippery? I put my phone in my pocket when I crossed. I thought I'm gonna fall. So here's the plan. I've been going at a slow grade uphill through a little section of our woods that's very flat and through an area where a lot of cedar trees grow. And right up to the edge of our beautiful hayfield. There are deer out there like crazy. I just scared a bunch off over there. There's more over there. See that right there? That's all deer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I see at least 8 deer up there. So to be able to work and do things nicely instead of going out on the road and around, this is the start of our apple orchard right up there, right where the light colored trees are. We have this beautiful flat high mound here with a low area here. This is all walnut trees. It's always kind of wet but not swampy, very soft. And on the other side it falls down to the creek where it turns at the curve. So we're gonna have ourselves a nice little road put in here. He's just gonna work on this a little at a time. That's why he was chainsawing. And one day he'll just come out here and start clearing this section out. Lots of small little trees. Big rocks where we're at. This whole area is just filled full of rocks, and that's why this mound is here. It's like the road was just put here for us. So we're gonna use it. Let me show you what we picked up here. He found these beams. They're actually called H beams, and there was a C beam. So they were from an old airport hangar that was being torn down, and we are going to use that material to build a bridge. He says he thinks there's just mud in the box. I said that's great. Let the mud be in there to give us extra weight for scrap metal. But I think half the mud got on him. Well, this is the box. He's right. There's nothing in it. There was a little bit of wood and a lot of water. It just kind of sat and drained out when we had it tipped on the side before he yanked it out with the chain. So, no treasure. Just an old truck box for tools. It will be loaded up with scrap, and Mr. Morrison box will be on its way. There's no reason to keep it. The hinge door is all rusted. The box is pretty well beat. I don't see any point of repair for that. So some things can be saved, some cannot. So thanks to the foresight of the man tearing apart the airport hangar, that material is reusable and not everything goes to the landfill. So some of this stuff is just going to be recycled. They take their ferrous metals and separate them out and separate them from the coppers and the motors and any kind of wiring, and this all will go into bridge making. It's all going to be a whole nother project that we probably won't get through to until next year, just because of the harvest season being upon us. So thanks for watching. I see you all next time. Remember to hit that like button if you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you know when the next video comes out. Bye-bye.